Hello and welcome back to Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. Where last episode we played through the... I guess it's better look at the... No, don't save. No. Yes, okay. I guess it's better look at the flowchart to properly go over this. We played through the execution cinema, I guess is what it's called, for all three teams. We did C team, Q team, and D team. As D team, we voted for C team. As Q team, we voted for D team. And as C team, we voted for Q team. Which achieved the same effect that the initial plan had, which was to spread out the votes so that every team would survive. But it wasn't the way that we originally planned to do it because I had to kind of course correct after my initial plan was to just get Q team out of here immediately. But then I'm like, the game probably doesn't want that. It probably wants me to keep everyone alive to get a good ending. So I had to adjust on the fly to make sure that would happen. And now we've unlocked, oh no, a whole hell of a lot of things. Okay, so for C team, we got all this. For Q team, we got all this. And for D team, we got all this. I think we might have the most amount unlocked for... Yeah, we definitely have the most amount unlocked for D team. So I have been contemplating as to how I want to do this because ordinarily when I do Let's Plays, I can kind of easily figure out how I'm going to split things up. So like Pokemon Sword is like, alright, I'll do one route per video, or if I hit a gym, I'll do a gym per video, whatever. Ace Attorney, Investigation 1 video, Trial the next video. Zero Escape, 1 escape room per video, or if there's a long story section between the escape rooms, then we'll do that. It's usually pretty easy to kind of figure that out as I go along. I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to do this, because I have no idea how long the fragments are, and how long the game is, and just, there's a lot. Look at the flowchart. There's a lot to this freaking game. I have absolutely no clue how in the world I'm ever going to get through this thing, but I'm sure we'll figure something out. Okay, so as what I'm gonna do this episode, I've had suggestions. I've had a suggestion to do like one C team, one Q team, and then one D team per video, and that's kind of what I was planning on. Was, you know, kind of mixing it up each video to make sure we do a little bit each time. I've also got a suggestion that I should do this one first, the one where Kane's holding a chainsaw, which I must admit is incredibly tempting to find out what the hell is going on there. So the reason I'm not gonna do, I've given it some more thought, and I realized that there's not an even amount of fragments per team. So eventually we'll hit a point where it's just gonna be one team after another. Like I can split it up evenly to a point, but then I have to do one team specifically because we'll run out of each for each team. So I'm just gonna, well, first I'm gonna postpone figuring out how I'm gonna do this generally moving forward as to like how I'm gonna go throughout all the different fragments. I'm gonna kick that can even further down the road, because what I'm gonna do in this episode is I was looking at all the fragments, and they're all very different from one another between the teams, except for 3 specific fragments. This one, and this one appear to all be different shots of the same doorway. So I'm guessing they're all going to be linked to each other in some way. So I'm going to do these 3 in this episode and just see where this goes. It should also give me a general idea of how long the fragments are, so I can figure out how I'm going to split them up per episode. So, preamble out of the way, let's just get started with C Team in this fragment right here. Let's just jump here and get started. And as always, absolutely no idea what to expect. Curse come for... What did I just say? Did I just say curse come? First come, first saved.
This is called the decontamination room?
I think you're supposed to clean off after returning from the surface. Well, that was for when there was a nuclear war and the world was contaminated.
That explains the showerheads.
Just as I thought.
I see Junpei has not learned from the first game that you can't brute force open these goddamn doors.
This won't open either.
The map shows an elevator hall beyond this door. If we came down the elevator normally, we'd be able to run into this room immediately, but...
What about that? It's connected to the lounge.
I checked it earlier, but no dice. Locked up tight.
Do you think Zero trapped us in here to make us play the decision game?
It's pretty obvious at this point. 1810.
I think it was about 13:30 when we finished voting and the drug put us to sleep.
So that means we were napping like toddlers for 4.5 hours.
I also have no idea what order these fragments are supposed to take place in. So, for all I know, I could be doing this in the backwards order. I could be doing this in a random order. I have no idea. We're just gonna play and see where things take us.
I have something I've been wanting to ask you. During the vote earlier, you told Carlos.
Come on, Carlos. Vote for Q Team. Yeah, what about it?
What about? How could you be so horrible?
Q Team sucks. I don't know what to tell you.
You'd never have said that a year ago.
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, like you're one to talk.
What? What happened to you, Junpei?
Well, we can start with his hair, his eyebrows, his eyes, his nose, his mouth, his clothes. I mean, honestly, we have all day.
What happened while I was gone?
But I would reflect the same
I'd like
question.
to know more about you too.
What's that, Carlos?
I would reflect the same question back to Akane, because she's also very, very different.
Does that mean you're interested in me?
No. My focus is my little sister. Got no time for a love life.
Heh, so our hero of justice has a sister complex.
Junpei? Carlos really is worried about you.
Well, it's more I want to know about you both. Weren't you friends as kids? And last year you were trapped just like this and escaped together.
I would not phrase the events of the first game like that. I don't know that I'd say they escaped together.
So why?
Also, it's hard to escape your own trap.
Why the animosity, you mean? That's exactly why.
Junpei.
I've seen people die. Horrible, cruel deaths I never wanted to see. So many. I'm probably becoming numb.
What?
After
What?
what happened last year, I quit school and joined a detective.
I see this game still, 3 games in, does not know what the hell to do with his musical score.
firm.
Oh man. What made you want to do that?
It was all because of Akane there. She up and disappeared, so I went to a firm to try and find her. It's small, but known to work among the underground. I've snuck into places running human organ trafficking like they're trading cookies. Saw a coworker I'd just finished eating with pushed off a rooftop the other day. Never had a by-the-books case where I just had to prove he cheated. Every job that passed my hands was dirty and dangerous. That's when I realized humans aren't as beautiful as I thought. I'd only been skimming the surface all this time. So every day, after work, I'd drink myself to sleep. I slept in my bathtub with the shower run.
So he didn't do drugs between games, but he became an alcoholic between games, so close enough.
It was the only way I was able to get the scent of blood off me. But last month, finally, I got intel through our network that Akane was joining this experiment.
So that's why you came to decom.
Yeah, I threatened those in charge and forced my way in.
How do you even react to that if you're Akane? Like, put yourself in Akane's shoes. How the hell do you even react to that story? I can't even imagine. See, this is the music they should have been playing in the last scene.
So, Akane, how's Santa? Aoi.
My brother.
I heard about Ace. He's stuck in jail if he hasn't escaped yet. Lotus is doing alright. She's working and raising her kids still.
Hey, remember the characters from the first 2 games? Yeah. Those were fun, weren't they?
Who told you this?
That detective guy, Seven.
Remember the characters from the first
I worked with him
game?
once. We destroyed Free the Soul's headquarters.
Destroyed?
Hey, what's Free the Soul?
A religious cult. They're a freaky...
Why do I get the feeling that Carlos is only here to be a stand-in for people who are playing this as their first Zero Escape game? Like, oh, this is your first game? Why? Let's create a character who knows literally nothing so that you can ask the same questions he's asking. Yeah, that's my favorite.
A terrorist organization who never stopped trying to create their new world.
They abducted my brother and I 10 years ago.
And the game we played last year was related to that big kidnapping case.
My brother and I were trying to track Free the Soul's movements, but... You were too, Junpei?
I came across some info on them while I was working. 7 was the one still on their trail. But I kinda think we went too far by destroying their headquarters. I'm pretty sure we pissed off their boss. I think his name was Brother.
So wait, you're saying this 0 the second has something to do with him?
You know anything about it, Akane?
I already told you I'm not connected to this.
Yeah, we've heard that 2 times
I don't know
before.
why this person is calling themselves Zero.
Why don't you enlighten us as to why you joined DCOM, Akane?
Junpei,
Someone using that name has thrown us into a similar game. No way you can ask me to believe they're unrelated.
Stop it, Junpei. From what I can tell, Akane's the victim.
I'm here to change the future. Free the Soul is currently attempting to implement a terrifying plan. I infiltrated the experiment to stop that.
So you knew that this game would happen?
I don't know. I didn't know any specifics about all of this.
But you just said it's to change the future.
A very distant future.
So you access the morphogenetic field and...
Hold up. What are you talking
That
about?
is exactly why Carlos is here. There's no other reason for Carlos to be here. Also, one more thing. It is very hard to take this seriously when the animations are as clunky as they are.
A little late, perhaps, but I will now announce the voting results.
Why'd he have to interrupt now?
All 3 groups have voted for different teams. Therefore, none have been executed. The current death count, 0. I can't say this is an ideal situation for any of us involved. It appears that none of you fully grasp the essence of this game. Think back on the rules you were told. You will remain in the shelter for eternity until 6 people are killed. I will give you one last chance. A single action from you may result in your escape from the depths.
Which again, I'd like to reiterate, this logic holds true. What Junpei said in the last episode wasn't wrong. It's just that I can say with absolute confidence that the game's good ending is going to revolve around making sure we vote. Is it just going to be a game of endurance? Like, we just keep voting to keep everyone alive until Zero eventually gives up and says, alright already, just leave. I can't take this anymore.
What must you do? It's simple. I shall show you.
I can show you the world. I mean, probably not, but you know.
The other 2 teams are listening to a message just like this one. In their ward's decontamination room.
What?
The construction of all of them are the same. A yellow button exists on the wall in each.
Oh, that thing.
Pressing it activates the showers in the other wards, and they will rain down a solution of hydrogen fluoride.
hydrogen fluoride?
It's not only acidic enough to melt a body, but it even dissolves glass and iron. Explaining what would happen if you were under it seems unnecessary.
So just don't stand under the shower.
The wall is your right.
Well, okay, sorry. Stand under the shower such that it shoots over you and doesn't land on you. Don't stand in the trajectory of the shower head.
Using it will kill the other teams.
Ye-
And you will obtain the needed.
Just don't stand under the... This is very simple.
I have one final thing to tell you. The early bird gets the worm. After the first team pushes it, the button will become inactive for both of the other teams. Your time limit.
Really.
What will you do?
I'm gonna press X to doubt on that one.
Press it or refuse. It is ultimately all up to you to decide.
Isn't it obvious?
Junpei!
Wait! Let's think about this.
I've already thought about
Hey,
it.
Akane, we need to push the button before the other teams do.
What are you saying, Junpei? Are you really planning to sacrifice everyone else so you can escape?
It's to survive. It's kill or be killed. So we need to make sure to kill them first.
Junpei, you've changed so much.
The music hasn't, though.
Ah!
Junpei!
There's... Look at this. This is so
Seeing
clunky.
your sister again.
Maria.
No way in hell I'm dying. I cannot go through everything just to
What is this?
No, don't, Carlos! If none of the teams push it, then it has to be like when we voted.
While you're wishing on a star, we'll end up killed.
Junpei!
Push it, Carlos!
I'm just gonna push it as all 3 teams. So, couple things here. Number 1, he clearly wants us alive. Oh, wait, time limit, push! I'll explain my reasoning afterwards. I was not aware there'd be a time limit, we'll push it. I was not aware there was gonna be a time limit on this, okay. I'll explain my logic after this cutscene.
Carlos, why?
No, Akane.
Hey, you did good, Carlos.
Junpei?
You dedicated your life to saving people, so this is probably hard for you. But what you did is...
Stop!
Carlos!
It wasn't me! Someone took my hand and...
You're not going to say the devil made you do it, are you?
Made me?
Maybe it's stress, or you've always had that urge buried deep down inside. Blamed your bad judgment calls on something controlling you? Come on, it's just part of being human. Life experiences.
You made a wise decision. You sacrificed...
Oh, okay, alright, okay, so there's shower heads like strapped to the wall too. Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say just stand under the shower head and they can't hit you, but I see that they're taped to the wall as well. Okay, so that explains that.
in order to continue your own survival.
Zero.
It truly is a natural human reaction. You simply made an emergency evacuation. The action is legally justifiable. There is no blame to be placed on you for your decision. Now, I'm sure you would like to get out of here immediately. But before that...
Can I look at that map again? Do we have a map of all the different things? Okay, so we're in this decontamination room. Can I just see a map of all of the things together? No? I'd like to see a map of all of the different things linked together. But it appears I can't see that. I didn't want to go... Quest? We have Quest? There's Quest in this game?! There's Quest in this game. Alright. Great. Okay, so... EV, that's the evacuation... Or does that just stand for elevator? I guess it just stands for elevator. Okay, so... We need to see where they all connect to the elevator. I'm trying to see something. So... This one's on top, I guess. And then this one's to the side. And then this one... Okay. So... There is each... So they all have their own decontamination rooms, and they're really far apart from each other. Okay, so I'm just... I'll explain my reasoning after...
But you must all sleep again.
But why?
It is 1929. Time for good kids to be in bed, or something.
You have done exactly as I commanded. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. It would be inconvenient if you forgot you caused the deaths of others.
I killed all of them.
I don't think you did. Okay. So, clearly, like, okay. It deactivates the button for everyone else, which means, in theory, because I'm convinced 100%. What the? What? Okay then. All my choices just disappeared. That's... Wait, did that actually... Wait, what? Wait a minute! Okay, wait. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's review. So, we pushed the button. All my choices went away. So, wait, okay, let's take this one step at a time. Let's start from the beginning and work our way down to the bottom. Okay, so the reasoning I did as to why I pressed that button is because, like, so if we're all in the room at the same time, and we push that button, it should have killed the other ones instantaneously, right? Which means that when we booted up the other ones, we shouldn't have a choice anymore. But I didn't think that was the case, because I could have just jumped straight. Like, my logic was, if I as the player can jump into the other timelines, and they all run concurrently with one another, which it proved that that they do run concurrently with one another, because Zero said you all voted differently, so obviously our choices carry over. That if I have the choice to jump into those things, then there won't be any restraints, and we can each push the button. And if we each push the button, then either everyone dies or no one dies, because he clearly wants us to be alive. This game to proceed. So if all three of us push the button, then there's no way he would let that happen. Clearly I was incorrect. At least I thought I was, because we come back to the menu, and all my choices are gone for Q team and D team. So I can only do a C team fragment. Then I jump back into C team, and they're just. They're here? They're still alive? What?
This is...
The decontamination room.
Decontamination? Huh. This is weird.
Weird?
I feel like I've been trapped in this room before.
You must be imagining things.
I guess.
By the way, side note, I know the music is really, really loud. I tried to turn down the music volume between episodes, but the setting just didn't save. Like, I would turn the music down, back out of the settings menu, go back into the settings menu to make sure it's saved, and it did, but then I launched the game, and the setting just reverts back to standard, so that's probably another one of those technical issues that people were talking about. So unfortunately, I can't change the music, which sucks, but...
This button.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, something isn't right.
Maybe we've forgotten about this place.
The drugs in the bracelet?
So are they gonna be...
What?
Are they just gonna be killed? What the... What? Game, you can't change rules! You can't change rules! What the... It's episode 3! And 6 people are already... What? You can't change rules! Okay. Alright. I call bullshit. Because this game presented me the choice of, do you want to do this fragment, or this fragment? So I'm like, okay, if we can do all these fragments and the choices are linked to each other, then clearly I can just press the button in all of them and everybody lives. Nope! They remove all my choices and now we're stuck down this path apparently. What? What? Oh, and the dog lives because of course the dog survived.
Now announcing the current casualties. Q-Team, Q, Mira, Eric. D-Team, Diana, Phi, Sigma. These 6 are now deceased. As a result, 6 X-Passes will...
Also, hold on, another thing. They said that... Zero said that the other teams would hear that same message. They didn't hear the message, they just woke up and they were immediately killed. What the... They didn't have any time.
Lake, Bird, Twin...
I don't trust this. No, I don't trust this. I do not trust this. Self. Rip. This is definitely a code for something. I've played these games for too long. Maybe I'm just going insane and I've lost trust for everything. But still, can you put a dot? There we go. Bird. Twin. And old. Okay, there we go. I don't know what that's gonna be useful for, but I guarantee you it's something.
Old. That is all.
That's right.
I'm
Cause the deaths of others.
Wow, that was fast. We put these passwords in, and we can reach.
Oh,
the
that was
surface.
But to get them, the other teams.
So much for writing that down, I guess.
It's not your fault, Carlos.
I've been busting my ass for the past 10 years. I wanted to save as many lives as I could. I worked hard to do that.
Leucochloridium. Or Spinochordodes teleniae. Have you heard of either of these, Carlos?
Why are you suddenly...
They inhabit and control the actions of creatures larger than them. Parasites.
Are you suggesting we were controlled by whatever that was you said?
Leucochloridium are snail parasites. Praying mantises and grasshoppers get Spinochordodes teleniae.
So they don't attach to humans?
Correct. I've heard of one, however, Toxoplasma gondii.
Toxoplasma gondii?
Rats with toxoplasmosis no longer fear their predator, the cat, and are in fact drawn to the smell of their urine.
The rats are attracted to cats?
For humans infected with Toxoplasma gondii, changes in actions and personality have been reported. You become a risk taker, your reactions slow, or you become extremely sensitive.
Are you saying Carlos pushed that button because of something like that?
I don't know, but it's more realistic than saying you were possessed by a devil.
A human controlling parasite. Huh.
Because this game needs more insane things to add to its list of topics that it's tackling all at once. This is not...
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
No problems here.
Right.
This is not the outcome I wanted here. This is not how I thought this was gonna go at all. Okay, can I access my... Great! Thanks, game. Oh, I can't select this, never mind. Wait, options. Oh, look at that. I can actually, think if I turn this down? Oh, look at that, it actually, well, zippity-doo-dah. Did it save? Hey, it saved! Look at that! It finally, ladies and gentlemen, it finally saved my settings. Now, will it reset these next time I launch the game? Probably. But for now, it's all good. It's saved. We're good. What is this status? Meaning, oh, I don't need to, no, I didn't need to see that. I didn't need to, no, that's, okay, memo. Self-rip, lake, bird, twin, old. Self-rip, lake, bird, twin, old. Okay. Can I type this time? Nope, I cannot type this time. Still, despite this one being built for PC, okay, maybe not built for PC, but I'm pretty sure this one launched on PC at the same time as the 3DS version did, unlike the other ones where they were first on DS and then they were ported to PC later. I think this one was custom built for both PC and 3DS. Still, have not included keyboard functionality. I don't know why, but here we go. Okay, so it is a good thing I wrote them down. This game, it's literally been 3 episodes, and already her hair is clipping through her freaking clothes.
It opened.
Let's hurry. The door will close right away.
That dog is in no hurry, and neither is Carlos, apparently. What?
Hey, what are you standing around for?
Carlos?
I can't leave with you guys.
What?
Huh?
Why?
I made a promise in another history that I'd definitely save you two.
What?
Another history?
What nonsense are you babbling about? Come on, hurry
So
up!
Carlos can jump through time too now?
Later, guys.
What?
Carlos!
They're already saved! You staying here doesn't say. What are you. What? What are you. You staying here does nothing to save them. They're already saved. You can
Just
go with.
hang on. I'm going to go save you now.
What are you? What? Wait. What is this? What is this game? What is? Okay, where do I even begin? All right. So first off, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna save you by running into the wall at brute force speed with janky animations. Okay, standoff CL sections cleared. What does that mean? What did we do? We did that. Switch, okay. I don't. What is this game? Okay, can I access my other? Can I access my other choices now? Yes, I can. Okay, so it just temporarily ripped control away from me. Great. All right. That was I've been sitting here for the past like 3 minutes, just contemplating. I don't even what So, what we've learned today is that everything we ever knew was a lie. It's not one continuous timeline where the choices you make affect the other timelines. They're all separate. Oh no. What am I getting myself into? So, what we learned is that the choices you make in one timeline affect that timeline and only that timeline, and have no bearing on other timelines, which means I'm guessing that if I boot up Q Team's first come first save fragment right now, we'll get the same thing, except that instead of like it'll just be everyone else dies except for them, so then that'll be a timeline.
Let us out! Let us out of here!
How long are you planning on doing that? Bang all you want, it won't open.
Damn it.
Just take a second, calm down. We need cool heads.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Do you know what that button does?
I hate this team so much, by the way. I actually hate Q Team.
Maybe the door opens with it. I really wasn't going to push it though.
What? I guess we don't need these anymore once we can trash this page. What great logic. Hey, my finger was like 1 centimeter away from the button, but don't worry guys, I wasn't gonna push it, I promise.
Kids are a pain.
But he could have a very good point. We haven't heard anything from Zero. Just sitting around here is useless. Maybe just one tiny push?
Hey, Mira.
Just kidding.
I'm not that reckless.
Don't scare me like that.
But we really don't know much at all. We may be at the point of crazy decisions. The only thing we know for sure is what time it is.
1808.
It must have been around 13:30 when we fell asleep in the lounge. So,
4.5 hours?
Wow, you calculated that fast. And at your age, even.
It's basic subtraction.
Was it good?
I was just about to say the same thing.
People.
Seems you still have that problem with numbers,
It's
Eric.
basic. It's like elementary school levels of subtraction.
Calculating change when we first met.
Hey, come on now.
Is that how you two met? I want to hear.
Yeah? My face has got to be all red.
It's not.
I still remember every detail. The fateful encounter was on a Monday. The sky that morning in Nebraska was full of thick clouds, though the gloom cleared in an instant, like a miracle. I always mustered up my best smile for customers. Even the boring regulars I was tired of.
You're a cashier and you don't know how to calculate. Okay. Wait a minute. Don't you have a cash register to do that for you? Wait a minute.
Dang. I still offered the most delicious ice cream to them. I was getting sick of it, though.
This man can't calculate change, but there's a cash register in front of him to do it for him.
Oh, now, don't think it was my work I was unsatisfied with.
Big oof.
I really truly love ice cream. But as the days passed, everything felt hollow. As if there was a hole in my heart.
Big honkin' ice cream hole in your heart.
I thought it was just another normal day. I wasn't expecting the moment it changed. I couldn't believe my eyes.
I wasn't expecting to have to calculate change.
I didn't think such a beautiful sight existed in this world. My God, the feelings that hit me. I'd never felt anything like that before.
And then I looked up. That was a dumb joke, I apologize, but I was bound to make a joke about it eventually.
That was when I realized this had to be a miracle. Mira entered my life. She was an angel that looked like a customer.
Shouldn't it be the other way?
The details aren't important. You look like you don't understand. Well,
Based on the face that I can't see.
I didn't get it either. Mira was just such a vivacious vision of beauty. I was just a lowly ice cream shop employee. Next to that, there was no way I would be a good match. But then Mira...
Cut it out. Me, an angel? You gotta be kidding.
But it's true. You really are an angel to me, Mira.
You know, it's amazing how I just don't care. I don't know these people. I don't know them. Ha 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 ha, what a funny situation we're in.
It's like you're a completely different person now, Eric.
I don't know these people. I don't care.
Well, earlier you were being... Your face was pretty scary.
Did I frighten you that much?
Yeah.
Oh. Gosh. I'm so sorry.
I don't care about this team.
It's okay. You were probably just rattled about what's happened to us. I could tell you were a nice person under all that.
What are you? You're an odd duck.
Looks like you've gone back to your dopey expression again. I guess you've calmed down, huh?
Dopey? Man, you're really harsh, Mira. But yeah, I'm okay now. That's right, I'm fine. I can definitely smile no matter what.
I don't care. That's the thing, though, is like, this team...
I wonder why Zero decided
This is the
to
final
lock us
game
up
in the
there
trilogy.
anyway.
Just as a reminder.
Right. Seems like too much effort for it to be just a joke.
A lot of money was pumped into this whole thing.
Maybe all of this is supposed to be part of the GCOM experiment? They wanted to investigate how a closed space affected change on emotions, right?
But then why did they want normal people like us to apply? Wouldn't you want people in helpful professions to go to Mars? Like military officials, researchers, other skilled professionals like that.
Maybe the reason they chose civilian subjects is because they're planning to send those kinds of people to Mars in the future.
That sounds right. Strangers living together on Mars for an extended period of time. What kind of problems would that bring? How would the subjects figure out solutions to the resulting troublesome situations? According to the DCOM staff, that's what the experiment was trying to determine.
Like the chair-bound old man. They put us in a difficult position on purpose. To observe how we'd get out.
The sponsor is a civilian organization that hopes to expand business worldwide. Maybe they expect to be part of a colonization of Mars in the future.
Colonizing Mars?
Hey, have you ever heard this before? If you want to transport live koi from Brazil to Japan, putting only koi fish in an aquarium will result in most of them dying. But by adding something to that same container, you won't lose a single one.
What is it?
piranha.
A piranha?
But how does that even work?
I guess their self-preservation instincts kick in.
I get it. The fish become so afraid of the piranha that they make an effort to live. That nervous state becomes the power to keep them alive.
Uh-huh. In order to survive, you need that sense of urgency.
I see. So, for an actual Mars mission, it'd be a good idea to have a murderer on the crew, huh? Kidding!
If they're gonna be that explicit about it, someone on this team is gonna end up being a killer. Someone on this team is gonna end up being a killer. If they're that explicit about it, like, come
Eric,
on.
Don't say scary things like that.
Oh, so maybe all this stuff is something similar. Living quietly in decom becomes boring, so the emotional state will fade. If you intentionally inject a sense of emergency...
And this is where I call bullshit, because they should have seen... Okay, the C team fragment had everyone waking up, and immediately they were killed. They didn't get to hear the message. So it wasn't an even playing field. I call bullshit. Also, I'm going to skip this, because it's the same speech as last time. I don't think anyone's going to have any objections to hearing the same speech twice. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to object to this.
Oh, we gotta hurry or we'll die!
Don't worry. We need to trust the others.
The others, you say? What the hell do you know?
Hey! Stop! Where did the nice Eric go?
Shut the hell up, you fucking brat!
Why, Eric?
Ah!
Mira?
At least he's quiet now. I'll leave the rest of this up to you.
Huh?
It'll be interesting to see how you handle this.
Why would you...
What?
Why? Why would you ever do that? There's like a million reasons why this is... You would never ever do this. Okay, well... Let's press the button again. Just... Your choice is made. Great. Let's see how this goes. I imagine it'll be the same as the other ones. I'm just gonna get all the conversations for Q team and D team, and then I'll skip past, excuse me, the stuff we've seen already, like the zero speeches.
I see. Interesting.
Did you push the button?
Does this mean we're going to be saved?
But then... The others will...
You killed them! C team and D team are gonna...
No, we did. We had to do this so we could survive. There was no way around it.
But...
It's not my fault! I told you from the start not to push it!
Hey, Eric! Do you have short-term memory loss? Do you remember 3 seconds ago when you were running brute force at the button like a mindless sheep? Like, must push button. Remember that? Or did you already forget?
What? What are you talking about? It was obvious you were planning on pressing it.
But you're the one who actually did!
What? That's not... You were running toward... Remember when you were trying to crush the kid's skull because you were like, let me push the button, you little brat? Remember that? I don't think you do.
It was your hand. You pushed it.
You made a wise decision.
That doesn't... Buddy, it doesn't matter if he pushed it or not, because you still... You would have done it whether he did or not. The only reason you didn't push the button is because Mira knocked your ass out. Oh my god. We already heard this. Yep.
No. Chris didn't do anything wrong. I was the one who... Please, forgive him, Dad. Cole. It's cold.
And now we watch as Eric has a mental
The water
breakdown.
was so cold.
Pleasant dreams.
Mom.
Like, this team just sucks. I just don't... Like, that's the thing that's confusing me most. Is because this is the final game in the trilogy. And it's just... They're introducing so many new characters. Like, you could have had other characters. You could have brought back Clover, Alice, people from the first game, kind of tie it all together. Instead, you went with Carlos, the entirety of Q Team, and I think her name's Diana. Makes sense, right? Because Carlos C, Q, and then Diana D. I think that's how that works. Have all my choices have been stripped away from me again? Let's find out. Yes, they have. Okay. Oh, look, the dog survived again. Miraculously.
Where are we?
I think it's the decontamination room.
Decontamination?
I think we've been.
Trapped in this room before.
Is it just deja vu?
I have a bad feeling about this.
So do I.
Wait, this button.
It's the same for you, Carlos?
You feel it as well?
Yeah, not just her. I sense it too. Somehow, this button is very important.
Maybe we lost our memories of it.
The drugs. In the bracelets.
Then, what in the world?
Yeah, I don't need to watch this twice, thanks. I don't need to see this again. It was disturbing enough the first time. And they wake up.
This is...
The lounge?
What happened in the decontamination room?
It would be inconvenient if you forgot to cause the deaths of others.
That's right. That button.
Now announcing the current casualties. C-Team, Carlos, Akane, Junpei. D-Team, Diana, Phi, Sigma. These 6 are now deceased. As a result, 6 X-passes will be revealed. Dream. That is all.
It's a lie! Everyone! Yeah!
And he's having another nervous breakdown.
Eric.
Oh no. What have I done?
No need to blame yourself. All you did was make the right choice.
But...
Forget about it. We need to focus on what's next. We have 6 passwords. So can't we leave?
I overreacted a bit. But you know, maybe it's better this way. What I mean is, I know we're all in danger from this game. But instead of being forced to kill each other, it's just a vote and a press of a button.
Yeah. Plus, we're just put to sleep after. So to suddenly learn the whole thing is over?
Wait, what if it's not just that? The amnesia drugs. In the bracelets. Maybe we didn't get injected this time, but what if every time we wake up, we have to go through the same scenario over and over again? And we're put to sleep after each one. Our memories of it gone.
Give it up. We don't need to talk about this. Let's just get out of here.
He's right. Let's...
Wait! Aren't we forgetting someone?
the dog. Please tell me they go back for the freaking dog. Or we're gonna go to strange... Yep.
That's so mean.
Why in the...
Let's see if we
How'd
can
the
get it
dog
off.
get chained up? If the dog was fine in the other timeline.
Hey, about before, you were saying we're repeating our actions with no memories. It's like the Sleeping Beauty problem.
The Sleeping Beauty what?
It's one of the famous paradoxes. The experiment starts on a Sunday. The subject is put to sleep, and then a coin is flipped. If it's heads, the subject is woken up on Monday, asked a question, and put to sleep again. And that's it. That's all they do for heads.
And if it's tails?
They're woken up on Monday, asked a question, and put to sleep.
But that's just the same as heads.
To that point, it is. But it's different after that. After the subject falls asleep again, their memories from Monday are erased. They are then asked the same question again on Tuesday.
What's the question?
What was the probability it was heads?
That's it?
Yep, that's it.
Hey, how is that a problem then? It's obvious. There's a 50-50 chance of it being heads.
You'd think so, normally. But when you're being asked it, there are 3 positions you could be in. The coin was heads. It is Monday. The coin was tails. It is Monday. And the coin was tails. It is Tuesday. That would make the probability of it being heads as 1 in 3, right?
No. I don't think so. It's a coin, so it'll always be 50-50 odds no matter what.
Okay, let's change something.
Can we just go?
If heads appears, it's
I don't
the
care about
same
you
as
people.
before. But if it's tails, it ends up repeating 10,000 times.
10,000?
Wake, question, sleep, memory erased. Wake, question, sleep, memory erased. Go through this 10,000 times. Does the probability still stay as 50-50 after all that? Thinking about it, wouldn't the chances of it being tails be higher than heads?
If you put it that way, yeah. So, which one is correct?
No one knows. They don't have an answer yet. Even the scientists can't decide between 1 in 2 and 1 in 3. It's an unsolved problem.
Huh. You know a lot about this.
I read a random book on it once. Well, it was on metempsychosis, but they deal with basically...
This reminds me of... I know this is gonna sound...
Metempsychosis?
The context will be... this reminds me of the time when Lotus yammered on to us about computers, and then that never came up again. This is like the same thing as that.
What is it?
Wouldn't waking up without your memories be just like being reborn?
Oh, yeah, that sounds similar.
I'm not really sure.
You don't believe in it?
I meant there's no real meaning. Because when you're reborn, all the memories you had during your past life are already gone, right? Well, that means metempsychosis isn't really needed.
If there's no memories, there's no point? Well, no one can perfectly remember things that happened when you were a
That's
kid.
not true.
Hell, sometimes You can't even remember something from a month
Some
ago.
people, surely, but most
So,
most people have a competent enough memory to where they can recall something that happened a literal month ago. Like, seriously?
Going by what you said, everything you did before a month ago.
Find me. I'm not gonna say find me one person because you can always find somebody who said something. Wait, what does this mean on the left? What exactly? Wait. You can only use the memo for a certain... Is that what this is? You can only use the memo for a certain amount of time? What... Because when I don't touch anything, it's fine. When I click the left mouse button, nothing happens. When I move the mouse, it starts to decrease. Is that seriously what this is? That's interesting. Okay, so... Find me... Like, it's always the thing where you say, find me one person who said this or did that. You can always find someone who said something, or you can always find one person who did something dumb or said something stupid. I know someone who tried to tell me Jupiter wasn't a planet. So, you know, insane people exist. But you're gonna tell me that most people can't tell you what happened. Like, you're gonna tell me with a straight face that most people can't remember something that happened to them. Like, that their memory just stops functioning anything further than a month ago? Come on. No one. That's just, no.
No meaning?
Why are you baffled by this?
She's asking if memories really are that important for making you who you are.
What is important then?
Well, something must be.
But this conversation is not one of those things. Also...
Well, it looks like we can't do anymore.
We're gonna have to give up here.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
No
What's
way
the dog
around it.
chained to?
We did everything we could.
What is the dog chained to?
Come on.
Show me what the dog's chained to. I guarantee you I find a solution. Just show me what do you get? It's a chain. It either just untie. You can probably slide it off the dog's. The million things you can try. You can try sliding it off the dog's paw. You can try
Are you ready?
untangling it. You can try ripping it off the wall.
Go ahead.
I don't think you tried any of those things. Alright, well, here's the time when we input all the dream key, cork, mom, deer, arm. Okay, dream key, cork. I'm guessing this is Junpei's thing, which is depressing as all hell. And then I'm just gonna check one more time to make sure. Yep, okay. Mom, deer, nope. Go here, arm. Nope, not ATM, ARM, arm. There we go. And we're out of here. We're gonna speed past this so we don't have to sit here any longer than we have to.
Yes. Okay, let's go.
Great, is Q gonna stay behind now?
Hey, what's wrong?
What are you doing?
I can't go.
Huh?
I can't leave him behind.
Who?
Sorry.
So it's all just gonna be the couple leaves and then the random third person stays for some reason. The dog! You stayed for the...
I decided that I'd stay here too. I wonder why. Maybe it's because I don't have memories? I know nothing about the outside world, so I guess I didn't really want to leave. Did I...
No,
make the
no
right
you did
choice?
not. You made the dumbest choice possible.
Or was it the wrong one? Yeah, that must be it.
So your plan is to sit here on the bathroom floor with the dog for the rest of your life, really? That's your master plan. Alright, that counts as a game over, apparently. I hate Q-Team, by the way. In case you, just in case I didn't make that clear, I hate Q-Team. They all suck. Alright, let's go to the flowchart. So... What? What? Wait. It is linked to it? Oh, it's linked to it after... Okay. So this is... So this is the aftermath of what happens if you choose don't press here. Okay, this is gonna be a mess. I can already tell. All right, let's go do D teams, and then we'll call the episode. We'll call the episode off after this fragment.
Damn. Won't even budge.
Does that mean it's locked?
Yeah, seems that way.
So that means we're trapped, huh?
Where are we?
The decontamination room. That's how it's labeled on the map.
There are showers in here?
You need to wash all contaminants off after you return from outside. Well, in the case of nuclear war, of course.
Which means there are 2 exits heading to the surface. Here, and the X door in the lounge.
You're right. It looks like there's a hall to an elevator outside. I don't see how they're connected on the map, but it must be there.
Okay, then let's escape through that door.
How exactly do you propose that...
Looks like it's been welded shut.
Maybe it'll open if we push that yellow button over there.
Did you not just hear that it's welded shut?
Then what exactly is it for? Should we try pushing it?
It's clearly suspect. Better not.
Right.
1809.
The anesthetic was injected after the vote. Around...
1330.
So we've been asleep for almost 4.5 hours.
That might not be true.
Right. Zero did say.
Once 90 minutes are up, an injector in your bracelet will activate. An anesthetic and an agent to erase your memories will be administered.
That means we could have woken up and fallen asleep several times since then. But we just don't remember any of it.
I wonder what the results of the voting are.
It's highly unlikely that C-Team was able to survive.
Why?
You even have to ask? Diana voted against the plan on the note and chose C-Team.
Whoa, wait, hold up. What are you saying? I thought Diana voted for Q-Team. Isn't that right?
I'm sorry. I don't really remember.
What? How is that possible? How could you forget? After the vote at 1330, he told us we wouldn't be injected with the amnesia meds.
Right, I remember it exactly. Diana had chosen to vote for Q-Team.
No! I know for sure that she definitely voted for C-Team.
Nonsense, you must be out of it.
You're the one out of it, you senile old fart. No.
This just feels off.
Wait. Don't tell me. Jumped?
Like, the whole game, I thought at first it was just the animations and character models that make this so awkward. But even just the dialogue is...
What Sigma was going on about back in DCOM? Well...
It just feels... I need to delete this. It just feels so off. Like, it's really, really strange. I can't quite express it yet. I might be able to more clearly formulate what I'm trying to say as we go further throughout the game. It just doesn't... This doesn't... Nothing about this game feels like it's the next chapter in the Zero Escape trilogy. It feels like it's a completely different game with completely different people. It just feels so off.
True.
Oh, when he was saying mankind would be destroyed? What did he mean exactly? Do you mind explaining?
Even if I did, I don't think you'd believe me. It's highly likely you won't even understand. You see...
And I think part of it might have to do with this, actually, is the fact that they're clearly trying to make this game tailored toward people who haven't played the first two, which is an insane thing to try to do for what's supposed to be the final game of your trilogy. Like, if someone made it to this point in the trilogy, and they haven't, they've played the first two games, they're in it for the long haul, and if they haven't, that's their fault. They need to go play the first two games if they don't get what's happening here. That's like, it's not how this works. And so I should clarify, that makes me sound like I'm trying to gatekeep. So, Trials and Tribulations. That game, if you've never played a Phoenix Wright game before, you can play that and understand the story very easily, and it'll make perfect sense. You'll be like, you know what, that was good. But if you have played the first two games, it packs a much more powerful punch because you get the payoffs, you get the Edgeworth payoffs, the Phoenix and Mia payoffs. Everything about that game comes full circle, and it really hits you hard. So you can experience that game as someone who's been a fan of the trilogy or someone who's never played a Phoenix Wright game before. This doesn't fit into either of those categories because I can't imagine that anybody is playing this game for the first time and not having played the first two Zero Escape games, but it's clearly being tailored to those people because the people who've played the first two games should already know all this. Like, you don't have to have people sit down and meticulously explain the backstory. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels really, really strange.
Sigma and I have been through are, complicated and mysterious.
Does that mean your consciousness came from the future?
Like, that's obviously why they're here, right? They're here to be stand-ins for people who've never played the first two games, and it's really annoying. And honestly, at this point, I'm in it just to see how they're gonna resolve Junpei and Akane's relationship. That is the only reason I'm still invested in this at this point.
2074?
Yes, but that's...
The intro of this game pulled me out of it so fast.
Sigma and I both originated from the current world of 2028. Our consciousnesses were sparked by a specific event into jumping forward to 2074. We returned to April 2029, where we lived 45 years normally through time.
And again, I should clarify, I know why. The game was rushed, it shouldn't have ever existed. That explains it, but again, it does not excuse it.
In January 2074, our two consciousnesses were booted to the past again, and essentially ended up at this point in time, Christmas of 2028. See, you don't understand, do you?
It doesn't have to make sense. You only need to believe us.
About what happens in the future?
Correct.
I have to know then. Why was mankind destroyed?
It's not exactly destroyed. It isn't as if there aren't any survivors left.
But a large number are...
Yes, the dead number 6 billion. It's all because of Radical 6, a horrific virus that affects the human brain. It spread quickly worldwide, and humanity began heading to extinction.
The location the virus originated at was the experimental facility.
Like, it is so bluntly forced down your throat. Like, we know all this. We already know all this. This is just wasting time.
Decom. That was what we were told, anyway. Some of the information appears to be incorrect, though.
How so?
This is just a guess, but I think Radical 6 wasn't leaked from Decom. I've got a feeling it came from this shelter instead.
Regardless, back then we believed it all started at Decom. So we infiltrated the facility as subjects to prevent the release of the virus. With Akane's help.
Akane?
She's the leader of a secret group called Crash Keys that wants to save the world. Using the organization's assets, we hacked the admin server and altered the original subject list and data.
I see. I mean, it all seems so fake. I could hardly keep up with all of it.
We're not lying.
It's true.
Alright then. I'd like to go back for a second. Fi, you said you jumped earlier, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean...
I think the other things that are setting me off here is that this doesn't feel like a Zero Escape game from the storytelling perspective, or from a gameplay perspective, or from even just a presentation perspective.
Don't!
I'm doing it to protect you too.
What?
It's not to escape. Of course I don't want to kill the other teams. But if we don't act, we're the ones who die.
It's not for certain. No one pushes it before 3 minutes are up.
But if we wait, all 3 teams will be killed. The acid will melt even our bones, and all that's left will wash down the drain. Is that how you want to reunite? To hug and cry together in the drain? By then, we wouldn't even be able to see or hold them.
Wait, Sigma! Please calm down!
How could I possibly do that? Someone on another team could be pushing the button right now as we speak.
Just listen, please! Zero did say that we had 3 minutes, but he never said what would happen once the time limit ended.
She's right. 3 minutes is just a space of time. There's still a chance nothing will happen after the deadline is over. It must mean that we're being tested to see how much we all trust.
Please believe, Sigma. Trust the other teams.
I'll get into everything I wanted to say after this is all over, because there's a time limit obviously here, so I'll press it. Choice is made.
Diana, what did you just...
Are you kidding me? You just finished begging me to trust the others. What the hell was all that for? Answer me, Diana!
I don't know. I don't know why I pushed the button.
Not again.
What do you mean?
Our vote back at 1330? Diana chose C-Team instead of going along with what was on the note. I asked her why, and she said the same thing as now. I don't know.
That's ridiculous. I don't know about that.
I know.
What?
I'm saying I know what you don't know. My thought earlier, that we probably...
You made a wise decision.
You've already heard all this.
No.
What? Oh, right, we have to pick this. Okay, I forgot we have to actually go into the next fragment. I thought I accidentally skipped past everything. But no, we just have to, we have to choose the next thing. I don't need to, I do not need to see them all die again. I really don't need to see this. Yeah, no, that was disturbing enough the first time. I don't need to see it again.
Hey, look what time it is. It's after midnight.
So, it's the next day?
Not just day, but year. It's 2029 now.
What a horrible start to the year.
Now announcing the current casualties. C-Team, Carlos, Akane, Junpei. Q-Team, Q, Mira, Eric. These 6 are now deceased. As a result, 6 X-Passes will be revealed. Shift, 6, Ring, Age, Heart, Love. That is all.
Damn you, Zero!
I will never forgive him!
And the dog just...
No.
Diana, tell me one more time. You didn't choose to push it, did you? The button in the decontamination room.
No. For a split second, it was as if... It was as if someone had taken control of my body.
Has this ever happened to you before? Then maybe you hit your head somewhere.
I don't think so. That I can remember, anyway.
What are you trying to say, Fi?
Well, I thought it might be possible it was alien hand syndrome.
What? Alien hand?
It happens very rarely when the corpus callosum, where the right and left hemispheres connect, is abnormal. Remember, the right brain controls the left side, and the left controls the right. So if the communication paths that connect them are damaged, the left and right sides of your body may fall out of sync. Like trying to put a shirt on with your right hand, but taking it off with your left. Grabbing onto a scalding pan with your right hand while your left tries to make it let go. Or something even stranger, when your right hand attempts to suffocate you, so you use your left to restrain it. I've heard of cases where it's happened. An interesting development arises with that story. Where does a human's consciousness exist? Is it in the left brain or the right? When your right hand's choking you and your left's trying to stop it, that would imply that the part of you that doesn't want to die is in the right brain. But what if, in the left brain, there's another part of you buried inside that does want to die?
So, this should all better have a payoff. Like, there better be a reason for all this, like the Sleeping Beauty thing in this. But I don't know.
So...
Because, like, the rat maze thing in the first game seemed odd at the time, but it had a payoff. I'm hoping it's the same thing here. Hopefully.
If you ever ask that person, do you want to live or die? If the center for speech is located in the right brain, he'd clearly say, of course, I want to live. But what if it's the reverse? If the center for speech is in the left brain, then I'm sure he'd say, hurry up and kill me. There's no way to know which one is the true self. Or, perhaps, it's more like they both are. It's just simply that the one who has the power of speech is more dominant. Have you ever considered...
That you're insane.
What if your body was split into left and right? In that moment, where would your consciousness go? Left or right?
In that moment, you would die. If your body was split in half, you would die.
What are you getting at with this?
The alien mouth.
The what?
My mouth speaks for itself, regardless of what I want it to do.
How can you be joking around at a time like this?
No, it's because we're in the situation that I brought it up.
Well, like you said, it doesn't feel real. Hearing the announcement or reading on the board.
You think those 6 might still be alive?
Let's keep believing.
There's no point. The 6 of them are definitely dead.
How do you know?
Well... I don't know.
Everyone can see into other timelines. Sigma, Phi, Akane in the first game, Diana, Q, Carlos, the dog probably.
This guy doesn't know anything, does he?
He's lucky.
Well, we may as well get going. Like Sigma said earlier, we shouldn't lose hope. Let's have faith that they're still alive. Besides, that is even more of a reason that we must keep going.
So we can go and bring back a rescue team?
Exactly.
I don't know, man. Like, there's I know it's only been 3 episodes, and it feels odd for me to be talking as if I played through the whole game. This is not off to a good start at all. And I'm nervous for how this is going to go in the future. Oh, look at that. Everybody left the building this time. What do you know? What a novel concept. Oh, but there's still more this time.
I'm not.
It appears I spoke too soon.
Huh?
Hey, Diana!
What? Yeah, no, 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 no. That door closed immediately last time. Yeah. Yeah, there's just no way. You couldn't possibly have made it back in time.
Wonderful acting. It's an excellent strategy. Your actions in the decontamination room. I'm surprised you thought of it so fast. At that moment, all you wanted was to get out quickly. To make that a reality, it just happened that the fastest way was to touch a yellow button and kill the other 6 participants. However, pressing the button just like that would make you a murderer, a bad person. And even if you did escape after, in a court of law, what you did would be considered bad by judge and jury. So you thought, how could I make this not as bad for me? What you came up with was, oh, so simple. You simply needed multiple personalities.
What?
No!
But to casually bring up the topic of multiple personalities, no one would believe you. The only way to make it believable was to do something unbeneficial to you. And that is why you refused to leave. We both know that fire will bring a rescue team back to the shelter. You saw all of that in advance.
No! No, 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 no!
Let us meet again somewhere. Stop at Mata Dolorosa. I will be awaiting that moment.
See, this is what I mean. Nothing about this game feels like the final chapter in the Zero Escape story. None of it. Not the story, not the characters, not the gameplay, not even the presentation of it. None of this feels right. Story-wise, I have no idea how we got here from the end of VLR. Character-wise, Junpei and Akane are just, like, totally different. Sigma and Phi, their chemistry is gone. They don't feel like they're written the same way. The exposition is just shoved down our throats at every opportunity. Gameplay-wise, it's been 3 episodes so far, and we have not seen a single escape room. Like, the gameplay seems almost entirely focused around the decisions, which is like... That combined with the presentation, because it's not a visual novel anymore. It's like a Telltale game, but without any of the effort that Telltale put into their games. It's a cinematic framing with the decisions. You only have a limited amount of time to make a choice that affects everything in a flowchart kind of manner. How are these all linked to what? How? I don't get it. This is so bizarre. This is so bizarre. Well, I mean, I'm gonna finish the game in case there's any doubt about that. I've stuck with the series for this long. I may as well see it through to completion. It's just really strange the way this is all presented, and I don't think I like it so far. But what we did learn is that I will not be doing more than one fragment per video because this took over an hour. So I'm just gonna, I'm probably gonna go back to C Team next episode. I haven't decided yet. I don't know what we're gonna do. I really don't. I have no clue what to do this all in. But those are the only 3 that looked similar between them all. So that's why I did them in that order. So we'll figure this out as we go along. And that'll be it for now. So that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. Goodbye.